It didn't take much more than a bottle and 2 chairs to make a speakeasy. This is what Daniel Okrent said in his book, Last Call, The Rise and Fall of Prohibition. Today, join us for some stories. Get your own bottle, glass, mug, and relax. This is Speak Easily, and I'm your host, Krista Stauffer.
Sometimes I think making a big bold mistake is what you should do.
Oh, for sure.
Oh yeah. If you're gonna make it huge.
Make it big.
Make it as big as possible. Because was it good? That was a loud. That was a stinger.
I was gonna say, did
Nice.
that
Do you
hurt?
have a loud clap?
It's a good one.
Do I have one? Should I
Do
demonstrate?
you?
Sometimes.
Try it. Sorry.
No, no. Wait, let me try
What was that?
one more time.
No?
Not today.
I've got like the ear ringer. Yeah. Sorry guys.
do.
It depends.
Sorry.
It takes me a few tries.
You gotta get into it. Work
Yeah.
Can
it
you
up.
snap? Are you snap? You can do both. Is one better than the other? This is
This
really
one's
interesting
louder.
content so far.
Michael or Sweeney can whistle.
Oh yeah?
I cannot.
I'm impressed.
I cannot whistle either.
I am
whistle?
unable to do it.
I tried for
That's
years.
it.
I used to be afraid that because I couldn't whistle, I would never be able to like do theater like that. For some reason in my
like
head that was
was
like
a
a
thing.
necessary skill. Like I would never be cast.
It's not genetic, is it?
I
Whistling?
don't think so.
I know rolling your tongue
Yeah.
is.
It's sure part of it's like how
Yeah.
your
Yeah.
mouth is shaped, I'm sure.
And it's funny because I'm good at like mimicking sounds and stuff like
Mhm.
that. But I've said that if I just had a weekend where I sat down and said I'm not going to do anything but
But learn to
practice
whistle.
whistling, like whistling boot camp, I could do it. But I just haven't done it. I just haven't.
You haven't had a
devoted-
weekend.
Yeah, that's
the
right.
So why don't you just take like a weekend off? I don't know. Next week. Not a big deal.
Yeah, just
And
forget about.
do your whistling 101.
Yeah, right.
Get on that training.
Yeah.
And just come back
Yeah.
and then
There was
You know.
one I did learn how to. See if I can still do it.
Oh,
I did teach myself
Okay,
how to
Peter
do
Pan.
That's
that.
cool.
But it's useful in life to do things
Is that on your
like
special
that.
skills?
It absolutely is. It is. Yeah. As well as animal noises.
I've never been more impressed with you.
That's all it took.
That was really cool. You used your hands.
No, you can do it. It's a thing. Sorry, I have chapstick on, so it's a little shiny right there.
Yeah.
But it's just creating a space. But you have to maneuver it. You got to figure it out. Yeah, it'll take some time.
yeah, no.
This is what a podcast is for, y'all. I hope that everybody watching this
Yeah.
is learning something new today.
Yeah,
I
Yeah.
can't.
I've heard of that before.
That's
yeah.
easier though.
Yeah.
No, the whistle is something to practice. Yeah.
Yeah.
So when you get your regular whistle
You
learned,
come back.
then you can do the hand
Yeah.
whistle as well.
The sounds of Nick Van Hatta.
I
You
don't.
need a cabaret.
You know.
That would be fun.
Yeah.
Where you sing nothing and it's just
No,
all noises.
absolutely.
It's like the scene from the
Nothing.
Muppets when what is his name? Walter just whistles.
Oh, I love that. Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Do you guys know what I'm talking about?
No, I don't. I'm sorry. But
Okay.
I'm sure it'd be great.
Okay.
I love the
It's good.
Muppets.
That's a good one.
We've been casting the show as the Muppets. Did you know this?
Oh, that doesn't surprise. Like no, I
Yeah.
think I overheard. I don't think
Oh.
it doesn't. There's no. I don't think there has to be a meeting.
Yeah.
I think there should.
You'll be Walter.
Yeah.
Can we be Styler and Waldorf?
Yes.
That's the
We
lunatics.
sometimes are.
Oh,
Seeing a show with this one
Oh, that's
is terrible
it is bad.
because he will look over at me.
I just watch people. Like I said, if something happens, I just look at them.
And you can't
Same
do
way.
that because I'm trying. There's moments, and we've seen some bangers together.
Yes,
that
we do. We pretend to pick the best.
we we may have to cut that.
Yeah.
No, but for somebody when you're trying to just focus and not have a response on your face, and then somebody's going
It'll catch you.
Oh yeah.
terrible.
I do that a lot.
You do that a lot
I think it helps me focus that I won't make it.
So
but I
you
just
won't.
go, "Mhm,"
because
totally.
you're looking at the person like,
Or
"How
I,
do you
like-
respond?" I know you do that.
If I'm comfortable enough with someone, I will literally grab them and be
Yes.
like,
You've done that
Okay.
exact thing to me.
I probably would.
Yeah.
I think I've done that though too. Like I'll
Yeah.
take
It is when
I'll
it's
do
an
the
easy way to be
fingernails.
like,
Yeah.
like to have a
I'm
non-vocalized.
holding it together, but
yeah.
I'm digging my
But you're
nails
like-
into your skin.
I do the good old classic elbow. I like to
Oh.
walk out like that.
I have to put my head down. I was at church a couple weeks ago, and
Oh.
I was like, the lady, yeah, the cantor.
You were
is-
praying.
I
You were praying.
I was praying about something. I was,
Yep.
yeah.
Just is really.
My grandma had to look over and tell me to stop. It was. I felt bad, but you know.
Have any of you ever had a case of the giggles on stage?
I
Probably.
so I contained it, but yes.
Okay.
I contained it. Actually, no, two.
I'm
One
just
time
warning you for what's coming. Okay, go ahead.
when I was in high school, I did a play called After the Fall by Arthur Miller. It was a very, very interesting choice for a high school play. But I was playing the main character, and the show is basically like a huge monologue for this character, and there are other characters that come in from his life. And at the very end, there's this dramatic scene where all the characters from his life are on stage, and he goes around in a silent scene for like 5 minutes, like dismissing or like blessing each of them. And so there's like me, and then there's like 14 other high schoolers on stage, and up on a platform I hear a very light fart. And I don't think it was loud enough for the audience to hear, but it was loud enough for me and everybody else on stage to hear. So I had to it was a very dramatic scene, so I had to seize up and hold in the laughter. And I started to smile, so I tried to turn it into a pained, I'm going to cry face. And where I really almost lost it was when I went up to this girl who was playing my mother in the show, and everybody's frozen in tableau, and I could literally see her trembling,
holding it in.
Yeah, cracking under the pressure. And and after that ended, we both ran off stage and we screamed in laughter. And it was the very end of the show, but yeah.
Anytime you've lost it?
The first time I did Into the Woods, I was Rapunzel as well, and the scene where I talked to her, she's you locked me in a tower, whatever. It was our final show, and there was a hole in the stage, of course. It was we had
that wasn't the pit?
No, it was a platform on top, and then it kind of it went down, and our he was don't everyone be careful. I was yeah. I walked backwards into it and did a flip over myself. I don't know if it cracked on stage, but afterwards, and I think someone's skirt also fell off in that show, and that was...
that's scary. Yeah. That scares me.
Yeah.
I was fine. I thought it was hilarious, but I was of
scary.
course I would do that. And then, but it worked,
Ooh, that's scary. Did you ever crack?
I'm sure I have. I can't think of an example though. I know I've made people crack.
Yeah.
Especially in on a gallery we did rags, and I remember making Molly Finney crack because I was we were supposed to be these.
She laughs at everything though. That's easy.
It was so easy. And I would be just saying stupid things. We were supposed to be immigrants coming over, and I would curl up. We were a couple, and I was curling up on her. And I would say the stupidest things to her just to make her crack, and then she'd start. So maybe I probably did then just because she was shaking from laughter.
People try to make me crack.
Yeah.
A lot. I made Ralph Scott crack, and that is my moment of glory. Did
you fart on the platform?
No, I farted anywhere. I fart all the time. I get nervous tummy, so I fart a lot. But
that's what that was.
It absolutely is. Yeah, we were on stage. I think I can't remember which song it was during Putnam, but he and I were supposed to be just sitting at the table with the dictionary open, and we were just supposed to be talking. But there were moments in the song where we had to freeze. I know music better than Ralph does, so I knew when it was coming quicker than he did. So I would just be sorry, kids, cunnilingus is right there. And then I'd be freeze. He lost it. It worked. I did it.
That's a good idea.
That's a good show to do that in.
So good. It's so good. Yeah, but there's been others I've been a part of. I did not crack. Other people did. And I got angry.
Oh no.
You got angry? They cracked?
Was it at your...
It was, no, but it was just so unprofessional.
Yeah. That's...
okay, it happens, but get it together.
Yes.
Recover. Yeah. Another one that almost happened was during the funeral scene in Saturday Night Fever, the world's greatest show ever written.
Of course.
Yes.
It goes straight from the funeral into the dance-off with no break in between. But one of the sweet girls, Holly, got the hiccups in the middle of the funeral. So it's just this nice, quiet.
Oh no!
It was so hard to hold it because you knew it. There was nothing
she could do.
Nothing she could do, and it wasn't contained. I mean, it was contained as possible. So just here we gather together. It's great. Hiccups are funny though.
They are funny.
Yeah.
How do you like them?
As long as you don't have them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel them coming on now.
No.
Can you give yourself hiccups?
It's
No,
yawning.
but-
He said it, now he has to.
Not that I know of, but now I can I literally I
You
can
feel the
it.
chest
Yeah, I
rumbling?
feel. I was like, oh no.
If I get them once, I'll have them throughout the rest of the day. And
that's how mine are. They're very long lasting.
Yeah.
Or they'll go away for a while and come back. Don't knock. You can knock on wood.
Okay.
Not.
I get afraid that I'm gonna have the thing happen where you have them for 56 years or whatever.
Is that a really?
Is that a
thing?
That has happened where somebody has perpetually had hiccups throughout their lives. I know, right?
I am feeling it.
'Cause I'm a
now, too. Yeah.
I'm a
Are you a
hypochondriac. Yeah.
I'm getting goosebumps, guys.
Yeah.
Fear of hiccups.
Yeah.
It's got to be a thing.
Hypochondriac, recovering germaphobe.
Okay.
That's
No,
a
I like
joke.
that. You want to talk a little more about that?
Let's dive into this.
Let's do this. Actually, let's introduce you because this is probably one of the biggest podcasts we've done for a while.
Mm.
We do have a returning guest.
Oh
So that is you.
It's like, I've been here before.
This is what happens when you know people. So let's start with you, Nick Vanata. What are you doing? What are you doing in the show?
Yes, I am Nick Panada.
You have the best last name in the entire
I'm glad you think so.
Yeah.
It's just so elegant.
mm-hmm.
I'm actually very pleased. For a long time, I really didn't like my name, like Nicholas, because I felt it was too common. But now I like for actor purposes, I like Nick Vanata because it has nice rhythm.
Mm-hmm.
Like it flows easily off the tongue. Like I can see it sticking in people's brains better.
It does.
So
Because I
like
don't just walk up to you like, hey, what's up, Nick? It's just Vanata.
Exactly.
It works well.
But yeah, I am playing Anthony in this production of Sweeney Todd.
You go by Tony ever?
I do not go by Tony.
Tony.
Don't.
No. maybe off stage, maybe in scenes unseen by the audience.
Is it Tony, Toni, Tone with the little Iggy?
Oh, Tony. The one I go by Tony.
They don't know what this is.
oh,
They're too young for this band.
I'm sorry.
There's a band called Tony from the 80s, and they're
Okay.
all spelled 3 different ways.
I was yes.
You were yes-anding very well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're ready for improv.
Right.
You're ready.
That's all it is. And thank you. Yeah. Okay. That's
Yeah.
exciting. Have you played this role before?
I have not.
Okay.
I have been in Sweeney Todd before. I
As?
played Tobias the
Oh,
last
okay.
time I did it, but I've never played Anthony.
And we're
With
sporting
Joanna
the shirt even.
And her chestnut
Yes.
hair, right?
Yes.
Yes!
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
Yes.
Yes. Yeah. I was in a production of. I have so many stories to tell us of Sweeney Todd, where rather than wigging the actress playing Joanna,
Sweetly in her yellow hair. Yeah.
the director decided to alter the lyrics to
Oh.
match her brown hair. So instead of buried sweetly in your yellow hair, it was chestnut hair, and then.
You can't say that.
I know.
Chestnut
And
hair.
then the wig maker sequence was completely rewritten to be about brown hair because of course this yeah.
It's a lot of lyric changes. It sounds illegal.
I'm certain it is not legal.
I
and-
feel like it's not illegal.
No.
I feel like it has been like you can have the permission to do that. I feel
well,
like
you would
I've
have
heard that.
the permission was not sought for this.
What if you had like streaks of rainbow or something in there? Buried sweetly in
Oh.
your streaks of rainbow
Rainbow.
hair. I mean, that goes on.
What if she was bald?
Oh,
That's a whole nother story.
I don't want to know.
Well,
That could have gone about 8 different places. We're going to leave them all.
On your shiny head.
but yes,
It's really on your shiny.
you
Joe
know,
just like polishes it.
there were a lot of things. I'm electing to be diplomatic, but there are a lot of things about this production.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sorry for the long drinking pause.
That's okay.
Do you think this could be yellow?
Yes.
I think that's pretty yellow.
I never.
Enough.
Yellow enough.
Enough.
Especially
like,
for that
okay,
little
highlights
video.
if needed.
And not to downplay any man,
Mhm.
but do men really think about the color, the exact color of a woman's hair?
Probably not.
Yeah. Anthony
and
does.
it's a joke in the script though.
Yeah.
It's in the when he asks
Goes through all the.
when he's like, "What color is your hair?" and I say yellow. He's like, "That's not
No, it's not
specific
it."
enough."
Right.
Yeah.
And that's true. So
Yeah. You know,
So
It
it's
is.
great.
it is what it is.
it's a thing.
I never thought twice about your hair color. For
Hair
this.
dye wasn't a thing in
Yeah.
1800s. You know?
Might have been.
That's why I said, because I was like, I didn't really want a wig. Like, it's like that.
No. Maddie,
Such a
tell
small
us
space.
who you are, what you're doing.
I'm Madeline McNamara and I'm playing Joanna Barker.
Have you played this before?
I have not, but it's my favorite musical. and
Oh, is it really?
It
That's
is.
awesome. Okay.
I'm so happy.
Very cool.
I've been called back for it before, but never booked.
Okay.
Yeah.
She could have been Sweeney Todd. That's what she wanted to be. But
Sweeney or Toby, actually. Yeah.
oh, yeah, Toby as well.
Yeah. I
I'm-
actually have one woman show, I
Oh.
think.
Yeah, you
Wow.
could do that.
I want to be awful.
Because she's
woman
been
dicks.
Sweeney when you were.
Oh yes. I a couple years ago.
When
8th
you
grade.
when you murdered a man.
Yes. I my best friend and I were Sweeney and Love It for Halloween.
Oh, that is
I
cool.
will have to show you the
So
photo.
you should totally put that up
That's
there.
amazing.
Yeah.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
I was obsessed. I was Sweeney, of
Love that.
course.
I was the Phantom of the Opera when I was 8.
As you should.
Ooh.
I totally was perfect for that.
That's only like 20 years ago. right?
Hi, sweetie.
I thought it was 15.
Let's not map. Let's just not map. Okay. Jeb, tell us who you are and what you're doing for this.
I'm Jeb Bigelow, and I'm the director.
I think you were, what, our 5th guest? Something
It was really early.
right at the top of it.
Mm-hmm.
This was 5.5 years ago at this point.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Yeah.
It still feels new to me.
Well, this is new.
Okay.
This is our...
She did it in the back of a pickup truck.
We did. On my
I just
iPhone.
started hearing about
Okay,
this a couple
Jeb's
months ago.
talking to me.
The cans that were connected with wires.
Yes,
Of
we did that.
course.
This never worked.
No.
It was so dumb. And I did it a lot. I had those
I
things.
imagine.
Did you ever do it where you have the ropes on the cans and you walk like on coffee cans as like stilts?
No.
Well,
I know what you're talking about.
Okay, thank
Yes.
you. Thank
Yes.
It's giving Looney Tunes, but I can't.
you. Most of me.
Yes, I can see it in my head.
Yeah.
Which character are you from Looney Tunes?
Who would I be from Looney Tunes?
Are you Bugs? Are you like the main? Or are you...
Maybe to the cunning, but I don't. Who's the big chicken dude?
Oh.
I'll say it.
Foghorn Leghorn.
Well, I'll say it. I'll say it.
If you're, I will happily be the old chicken. The
yeah.
woman's like, yeah. To your Foghorn Leghorn, I would totally do that to you. I would be that person.
Yeah, no, I don't know. There's so many Looney Tunes. It's hard to break down.
Oh, it's so good.
Muppets, I think I did think about. I think I'm a Kermit.
So you're the lead. You're the Kermit. You're the.
I think I'm a Kermit.
Kermit's our Sweeney.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Understudy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You ready?
Yeah.
We'll just come in.
What?
Just come in.
No. I'm not learning that shit.
You can carry a book. Okay, you can be Mike's understudy.
It's
though.
easy.
Something
What are you
happens,
talking
just stand
about?
around.
This one watched me freak out as a cover. I never went on it. I
Oh.
freaked
We
out.
both were like, are you ready for understudy rehearsal?
Nope.
I get that.
Nope.
It was the blocking that got me. Like the opening, I was like,
Mhm.
I'm going to do my blocking because I can't remember the words right now if I'm moving.
Awful. You can't ask somebody my age to learn another part.
You
It
already
just-
were like doing 3.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
But I didn't even know those that well. No, I didn't.
That's why she got 3 paychecks.
That's cute. So you guys have you've been in rehearsals since how long is the process? 5 weeks?
It was we did kind of 7 total. Like the first week though was they both weren't here.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oliver featured dancer
That's
and,
right.
Yes.
and vacation.
I was in Las
Las
Vegas.
Vegas. So they had trips. So
Very good.
we did like a slow start with some music early on,
Okay.
and then
Because the music is not easy.
yeah.
What?
Pam has been
It's
Pam
so
has been
simple.
yeah. That's for first musical, direct first musical, and Sweeney would be the one.
This is your first music. I didn't realize
Wow.
that.
Yeah, I had assistant directed before, but never am like
Oh, good golly.
not.
Yeah, pick
like,
a nice
full.
light one there. Too.
Yeah. I thought well,
People don't have any expectations for Sweeney Todd.
No.
Right. Or me probably. We were like, oh him, he comes to Washington. No, let's see what he does. That's
So your musical directorial debut, this is a big deal.
Yeah.
Are you nervous?
Yeah, but I think it's a really good cast.
You
I was
know,
really nervous going
yeah.
before casting, and then like you get the cast together, and you're like, well, there you go. That's
Yeah.
like because I always said like, and the show's so good on its own. Like really,
Mhm.
anything I do is just gonna mess. If I mess it up a little bit, then it's not that bad. Like it's still a good story, and it's a lot of good. Like I said,
Yeah.
I've listened to them like sing a song, and you're like, well, that's worth $20 right there. I pay $20
Yeah.
for the ticket price. You're like, that's totally worth it. I'm like,
But you're also dealing with a really small stage.
oh,
That's-
wow.
It's it's a small,
small-ish. Okay.
but
Small.
there's a lot of complications with a big show like that.
Yeah.
So
It's Teeny Sweeney, we call it.
Yes.
Teeny Sweeney. So
I think it can work to the advantage of the show, though. Like, obviously, I think there are major pros to having it on a huge stage with a huge orchestra, but I think putting it in a really tiny, intimate
Intimate.
space can, like, especially that space, I think you can really play up that, like, people are trapped here. Like, we're
Yeah.
here,
Ooh, that's true.
and, like, really engross them, or really,
Mhm. You could just murder everybody in the front row.
yeah.
fun.
You know,
Splash Zone.
Kind of.
Could have done that.
Sweeney Evil Dead style.
Yeah. Although I don't think I could do that to people.
Probably not.
No.
If anybody,
You'd have to tell them.
I would enjoy
If
it.
anybody in
Yeah.
this town could do it and get away with it, it would be you. I
Sure.
believe. Yeah.
Yeah. I don't think Curtin would let me, but I don't.
No, they
yeah.
wouldn't.
No.
Absolutely not. But
Yeah.
It's
No,
a lot of
that was
cleanup,
be
too.
a lot of cleanup. Yeah.
wow, is there a lot of blood in the show? Or are you allowed to give that away?
Like, I mean, I don't know. Should I give? I like. There's.
You don't have to give away. Any
I don't know.
secrets.
I actually don't know.
I was about to say, like,
Yeah.
I don't even know.
I don't think they really know. No, it's mostly implied.
Okay. I like that.
There might be a little. But
There might
it's
be a
mostly
little
implied.
in the splash zone. We get it.
No splash zone.
During
The
the
whole idea was like just not wanting a splash zone in such a small space.
Right.
And plus, like you have to keep in mind like anything that, well, you know
It's
this, like
stained,
anything
yeah.
anything that just, even like shaving cream, things like that.
Mhm.
Anything that goes somewhere, you have to kind of be like, that could be a tripping hazard now. Like you have to get it, make sure
Mhm.
there's a way that this will be cleaned up
Right.
in a time where I'm like, though you don't have to stop a show to like have someone come out and clean it up.
Which would be entertaining.
Would be
We got
very entertaining. Yeah,
another-
like we're gonna pause the musical right now for this.
That's the character I will play
Clean
in
up.
your. I will be the janitor.
Janitor. Oh,
I play the janitor and Sweeney
they're
Todd.
like Carol
Yes,
Burnett.
I
You want to
do.
wear the Carol Burnett outfit and you just
with
come
the
out.
shower cap.
And then you just pull your ear once in a while.
That would be an honor. Actually,
I would love that.
I would do that.
Just randomly, she's in Sweeney.
Mhm.
Yeah. No.
I could
Yeah,
never
that's-
play that role because of the whistle.
Well,
Unless they had a whistle double off
maybe
stage.
you can.
Maybe they could do
Yeah.
that.
Pre-recorded.
That would
Yeah,
look really
right,
cool.
exactly.
Rehearsal
Yes.
tracks.
Yeah.
You're gonna get there.
I will.
You're gonna take your weekend.
We
I believe in
believe
you. Mm-hmm.
Yes, I
It's gonna
can.
happen.
I can make anything.
Maybe you can do it out of your nose. Like some people have like, can't they do it out of their nose too?
I don't know. I don't know
Your
about
whistle.
that.
Whistle out if I'm stuffed up, and then it's annoying.
I don't know. Maybe I
It's
just
like
made
the
that
worst
up.
sound. In the...
Just do the hand thing where you're
Better than shooting
do that.
boogies out.
yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
don't do that.
Maybe not. I don't know.
Don't maybe do the nose whistle.
Yeah.
There's a nose flute I've seen that it goes over your nose and makes a
Oh.
whistle. Yeah, it's
Oh.
really useful.
I don't know if I should say this on camera. My party trick is blowing up a balloon with my nose.
Okay.
It is possible.
All right,
Yeah.
Wow.
it's a lot of air.
Yeah, there's a lot of hot up air.
It's okay.
Hot air.
I guess that could be.
know.
It's just creating the seal and
Yeah. That's how I did. I watched it. I don't know why these stupid videos come up. Like I need to see them of a person removing a Lego from a kid's nose by plugging one nostril and breathing into their mouth, and the Lego shoots out of there. Sorry. Wow,
That made me
everybody's
burp.
vomiting.
That sounds
that
incredibly
brought up air.
painful.
Yeah.
Like worse than stepping on one.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. My son, we actually had to take him in because he shoved a raisin up his nose.
Oh my gosh.
And because they expand, when
Yeah.
it was pretty,
Oh.
it could have gotten dangerous.
Yeah.
So
Wow.
it took 4 people to hold him down to get it out of there. And by the time he finally did it, he hit it and it smacked the doctor on the side of the face. So that's my boy.
Wow.
And I learned that day that the object that they remove most from kids' noses are Barbie shoes, which
Interesting.
sounds awful.
Mm-hmm.
That like just the heel of the
Oh,
plastic.
yeah.
It sounds terrible, but
It doesn't shock me though.
no,
Yeah.
because they're little and yeah, Barbie shoes. So anyway, Sweeney Todd.
Yes.
Of course.
What's your favorite thing about your character? What do you like about him? You both have very endearing characters
Mhm.
in a show that's not the kindest.
We're like the one shining hope in the
Mhm.
show.
Yeah.
A little, like
Mhm.
glimmer of happiness.
Yeah.
I love Anthony's like pure optimistic
Mm-hmm.
hopeful outlook. Obviously he learns a lot
Mhm.
over the course of the show, but he doesn't lose his heart and moral compass.
Mm-hmm.
I think you see in Sweeney that he's corrupted by the awful things he's seen, and over the course of the show Anthony also sees
Mm-hmm.
awful things and deals with awful things, but he isn't blown off his moorings to
Mhm.
throw a ship sailing term in there.
Mm-hmm.
So it's a testament to that you can persevere through these things and not
Alright.
compromise
Okay.
goodness.
okay.
I don't know.
That was well,
Yeah.
well done. That was very
I like
good.
that.
No, and I see a lot of you in that character because it seems that you're an optimistic spirit as well.
Yeah.
You're not playing Dickon this time.
I'm not. They as much as you may force me to.
I also apologize for what I said during the Jebbies
No.
because it came out of my mouth without realizing. And I didn't think it would make the cut, but apparently,
It's a gem. I loved it. I thought it was hilarious.
I need all the jokes I can get in there sometimes.
I was not able to be there that night. And about 10:15, this flourish of texts and messages saying, "Oh my gosh, what you said about Dickon." I was like,
It's okay. In
me too.
the video from the previous Jebbies, where there was a video of talking about me playing Dickon, Amy Silver Judd also made a less forward version of the joke, where it's like it was fun to watch him wave his stick around or something like that. It was something like that. I could be misquoting it, but
I'm sorry.
yeah, no, don't apologize.
Sometimes I believe that this person here would realize that I've said something that could be embarrassing for me, but it doesn't seem to matter.
It was not at all embarrassing for me. Don't worry.
Because I say a lot of dumb things, and they all end up on there.
No, they don't. I could put a thing together.
I don't want
Sort of a performance reel. It's
just
just
bad news. But anyway, what is your favorite thing about Johanna?
Johanna.
Do you go by JoJo?
You know who calls me JoJo?
Who calls you
Lucy.
Oh,
I love her. I love them both so much. Hi guys.
They're not right there.
But they will be
they will
watching. I love the one thing that she shares with Anthony is hope.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, it's literally his last name. It's literally his last
Mm-hmm.
name, and like he has become her hope.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, oh God, I'm on the spot now. What do I say?
That's what podcasts
But
are
she's willing to do whatever it takes to kind of get out of the situation that she's in.
Mm-hmm.
And I just feel so bad for her.
She's kind of dealt a pretty random.
And throughout the course of the show, she's like never kind of referred to as a human.
Mm-hmm.
She's always referred to as some
award.
or some kind of animal or something.
Mm-hmm.
She's referred to as like a turtle dove and all these things.
Better than a turtle, I guess.
Yeah, she's not really. She's seen as property.
Yeah.
And seen as whatever the judge wants to see as for the day, but she's always trying to make better of the situation, and I love her.
It's a fun character.
I feel so bad for her.
Characters I would never play, but I'd still play. No, I would play Sweeney. Are you kidding? Mm-hmm. There's so many men's roles that are written so well. Like, I mean, Mrs. Lovett is a great character. I just can't sing that well. But you know, goals. Hashtag goals.
There you go.
He learns to whistle. I'll sing an alto part someday.
Yeah.
There you go.
Anything is possible.
Mm-hmm. Well, not anything.
Many things are possible.
That's fair.
It is the theater.
As Krista always says, many things are possible, but not everything.
And certainly not anything.
But not everything. It is a little weird. Yeah, now I'm thinking through the lyrics. She's referred to as a lot of strange things. Yeah, a lot of animals.
Kind of seen as.
Wouldn't it be bad though? Someone's like, oh, my little bison.
My little
nice,
tree
nice
frog.
sweet elk.
An American take on Sweeney
Yeah.
Todd.
Mm-hmm. Oh, bald eagle. Fine. Yeah. What animal do you see yourself as?
Do I see myself
Yeah.
as? That's a weird question.
I know. I'm allowed to ask it.
That's true. And I have to answer it.
Mhm.
I don't know.
Or what
Probably
was your
like I was like a monkey or something, I'm
What
sure.
was your favorite animal as a kid? Did you have one? Because every kid's obsessed with an animal at some point.
I mean, you'd go through things until you like find out things about them. I wanted a rabbit, but then you find out they poop little turds a lot. And like I was in the country anyway, and then they'd be like, well, they're not gonna live very long. So you hear all those things, you're like, oh. So I had a cat. I liked my cat then, but it was outdoors. And then
Did you have a name animal when you had to play the game of like what animal goes with your name? Like, did you ever have to do that?
What animal goes with your name?
Well, like if you were introducing yourself and it's like, my name's Jeb and I like jaguars. Like you had to say an animal that. Am I the only one that had to do this, or I just have an impossible name to find an animal with?
I don't think I ever had to do that.
No.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Yeah.
So I was always koala or kangaroo.
Okay.
Chrysanthemum.
That's
a
C.
flower.
That's a C.
But it's also a cup. You could just do. You can have like the cuss
No,
sound.
you were supposed to find it with the letter of your name.
Narwhal.
Yeah.
Kristen, I'm a
Narwhal.
cougar. Kristen.
I love narwhals.
Cougar.
I'm a cougar with a K.
Mongoose.
I might keep that. I'm a cougar with a K. else had to do that?
No.
Oh.
Oh, that makes me
think you made this
sad.
up.
I did not make this
You
up.
just-
There were so many times.
Is this an improv thing? Are you fooling us?
Yes,
I will
and
maybe it was a Gehenna thing. I don't,
Oh.
maybe that they had
Mm.
nothing better in Gehenna to do.
They do things weird out east.
Out east.
Yeah,
Where are you coming
on the east side
from? The east side.
of Gehenna.
God.
Gehenna.
Where are you? You were Dublin, weren't you?
Powell, Dublin, Northwest Columbus area.
Olentangy?
Mhm.
Which one?
Liberty High School.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
Very good. And you went to.
I
You were
I
homeschooled.
was.
You were homeschooled.
And you guys are like, something's off about her. That's what it is.
There's something off about us too.
Yeah,
so it's not
yeah.
bad.
Yeah, I was traditionally homeschooled up until 6th grade, and then I did a public online school through
Okay.
high school. Yeah.
It's not that obscure anymore.
No,
especially
especially-
post COVID.
Yeah.
Yep. My children
Graduated before
were
COVID.
terrible. I used to say that I would never homeschool unless like the world exploded and there was nobody within
We talked about this.
Yes.
Yes.
And then I learned it was COVID that actually is
That's what
that.
it was. You know.
Oh, it was terrible. It was so bad. Anyway.
Teacher Krista.
No.
Oh.
No, I wasn't.
Oh.
And then it was like they would have math and be like, I don't
What is
have any idea what this is. I've never seen this. There's numbers and you have to make numbers with these numbers and put them together.
And sometimes there's letters.
I go like, why? Aren't we doing math? Why are there letters in
Yeah.
there?
I
It was
don't.
dumb.
I don't like it.
No.
No.
Nope. Geometry. Like,
Don't get me started.
what about shape? Why do I need to know shapes? I learned my shapes. We're done with shapes. I played perfection. I'm good at shapes. Like,
I liked math.
I know. And you're using
I was
it.
like, I liked math.
And I'm married to a math person,
Uh-huh.
so he took all the math and I took all of the grammar. Because boy, if he tried to do the spelling and grammar, it was like, oh no, sir,
Yeah.
no. What was your best subject in school then?
Math.
You okay?
Mhm.
Yours?
English and history.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Memorization makes
Yeah.
sense. Yeah. Yours?
It changed. I think it started out as math, and then as I got more into like theater and acting, it migrated to English.
Mm-hmm.
So I definitely
Yeah.
would say English.
Okay. Same.
Yeah, and language in general.
Mm-hmm. I do like languages. What did you take? What did you study?
German.
Yes, good.
Yeah.
Das ist ja good. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's so useful, isn't it?
It's useful for making me happy and sad
Oh.
Because-
happy.
because I
Ich bin so traurig.
I need to go spend some extended time in Germany.
Okay.
And really lock it in. I was fluent.
Were you
as fluent as
really?
I could be without spending time in
Oh
Germany.
my gosh.
And then I've kind of
So I'm not gonna
lost
talk to
it.
him at all.
So I
Mhm.
would love to get it back. So
Yeah.
I've been following some German TikTokers to
Okay.
kind of immerse myself in it a little
Get on
bit.
Duolingo.
Yes.
Yes.
Oh,
Actually.
there you go.
Practice
Starting
your
at-
German and your whistling.
Right.
Starting a GoFundMe now to send Nick
So
to Germany.
just a weekend.
Not during Sweeney,
whistling
though.
and he can go whenever he wants to. Don't hold this child back.
Well, that's true.
Do a weekend to whistle.
Whistle.
Okay.
Weekend to whistle. And then your week in Germany.
That's great.
That would be a
And you
lovely
can whistle in
10-day
Germany.
trip.
I was gonna say practice whistling.
Yeah.
Yes. Find a whistle coach. And there must be one in
Oh
Germany.
yeah.
What is what I don't know what either of those words in German. Do you know?
No.
Whistle coach. It's gotta be
No,
like
I don't know it.
Yes.
So how did you become fluent then?
Just self-study.
Okay.
Really
Be smart.
I skipped multiple levels of German in high school.
There were multiple levels?
Yeah, up to I took AP
That's what happens when you're in
German
Powell.
when
I was gonna say towel.
when I was in a junior. I took AP German then, and I
Smarty
done.
pants.
Yeah.
I took it as a senior.
Yeah.
How did you do? I have to ask. We were literally talking about this in
Yeah.
the studio. How did you do on the test?
I think I got a 4 or a 5.
Oh my gosh. Because we were told this is written by native German speakers at the level you are. Nobody's going to get anything better than a 1.
I see.
It was very difficult from what I remember. And there were 2 people in the class that got 2s. Everybody else got a 1.
Oh wow.
Oh yeah.
I got a 2. And because I'm rotten and a class clown, she announces that and it's like, it's Carrie and Krista. And the whole class is like, what? Like, yeah, guys, I'm actually good at this. So it's useless, and I've forgotten all of it
Right.
since then. But
It's not useless.
it's I don't speak German very often.
Yeah.
I don't have a desire to.
You could have spoken it with Nick.
We could.
You could do this whole
learn
interview in
I
German.
might be able to
And
coach you
Mal
how
and
to
I would
whistle.
just-
We would just be
Okay.
like, yes,
Yeah.
and yes, and.
Yes, ma'am.
I
Private
couldn't-
whistle.
What else?
I couldn't carry it. What's your favorite German word? I have to know.
It's a very simple word, but natürlich.
No,
Natürlich, which means like naturally or of course.
Yeah.
But I love it.
That
It's
is
so
a
fun to
fun
say,
one.
and it's like
It
very
flows.
usable. Yeah.
Yeah.
It sounds exactly like it should sound.
You picked a good one.
Yeah.
I didn't. Aufschnitt. Cold cuts.
That's great.
It works. It's a good word.
Yeah.
What did you study? What language? Did you do a language?
I did Spanish in high school, and
No?
there's
No.
nothing.
Nothing left.
Nothing.
Could you find that get to a bathroom?
Probably not.
You could say anything because I wouldn't know if you were right or not. I don't know Spanish.
No.
No. Me. Me go.
I probably still have like the Spanish dictionary app on my phone. Like pull it up, be like,
Oh yeah.
be like
Donde está el baño?
¿Dónde está?
Yes.
Ah.
Donde está el
see,
baño?
now that I hear that, I'm like,
Where's
yeah,
the
but
bathroom?
like off the no, there's
Did
nothing.
you do Spanish?
I took Spanish as well.
What was your favorite Spanish word?
Miércoles.
Listen, you've been on twice, okay?
Yeah.
I have to ask you the harder
Yeah,
questions.
miércoles.
What is miércoles?
Wednesday.
Today?
The German word for Wednesday is great.
Oh yeah.
Mittwoch.
Mittwoch. Oh, I like that.
Which is
Yeah.
midweek.
Yeah.
Which
Yeah.
is nice.
I guess.
People claim that German is this ugly, mean language. It's not.
I disagree.
There's some long words, granted,
Yeah.
but
Mm.
mm-mm.
I
The
think
other-
it's especially beautiful when sung. I think
Mm.
that's
yeah.
So we need to have a Sweeney production in Germany
Ooh.
Oh, yeah.
where
Yeah.
you learn a whistle
Mm-hmm.
and
I
You're
will still
Kermit
Carol. I'll be Carol Burnett, but I might.
oh
be
yes,
Carol
Carl.
Burnett.
I've listened to Into the Woods in German, but I haven't
Huh.
found a Sweeney one.
No.
You could be like you could be like the bigger woman as
That would be
Carol
good in
Burnett
German.
with the
Yes.
and do German.
Do German.
Yeah.
What is alms in German?
Yeah.
That is a very specific
It's
word.
a very specific.
Yeah.
You didn't learn that in.
No, and
Maybe.
again, I am so rusty. Like
But if you were fluent, you're far better than I am. Truly.
okay,
Yeah.
I won't argue.
I've also
there.
got several more years out of school than you do. So
Yeah.
the brain rots after a while.
Yeah.
Severely. No, I'm not even disagreeing with you. I absolutely agree.
Literally coming out the thing.
But some of the greatest compliments I've ever received in my entire life was from native German speakers who said like, "Du sprichst perfektes Deutsch." Like you
You're like,
speak perfect
"Danke."
German. I'm like, oh, thank you.
Danke. Toss, danke. Gosh. I went to a mission trip and we flew through Zurich, and
Uh-huh.
on Swiss Air they do German first, then English, then French, which is incredible anyway. So we were going through customs, and as I'm walking up, I hear them asking every person, like, sprechen Sie Deutsch? And I was like, I'm gonna do it.
This is my
I'm
moment.
gonna do it. I'm gonna do it. So I get up there and they're like, oh, hello, sprechen Sie Deutsch? And I was like, yeah, ein bisschen. And then she's like, I was like, no,
Not that.
no. That bishen is like this big bishen.
Yeah.
Can you go to dumb English, please? Yeah. No, but they're
Ein bisschen langsamer, bitte.
a little bit slower, please.
Yes.
Okay.
Exactly.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Took a minute. So
translate, you know.
a little bit, not much. I can still read it and speak it properly, but I don't know what I'm saying to you. So anyway, languages aside, since Sweeney is in English,
Yes.
Mhm.
Yes.
Yes.
a little bit of dialect in there.
A little Cockney
A
sometimes.
little Cockney, but yeah. So this is a big undertaking.
Mhm.
Why Sweeney? Why did you want to do that one?
Well, like the whole thing, like
I
the-
know you don't have to tell the whole thing.
Yeah.
I know, but
But I was like, well, I mean, I was looking for when something changed. It was originally
Yeah.
a different show.
Right.
It
it was
But-
Equus Jr.
Equus Jr. And then months ago, they like that the rights got pulled, so it was like figuring something else out. And
Hair Kids.
Pam
was
Walsh
gone.
Huggins was
Mhm.
already on board.
Yep.
So I really wanted something that we would be excited about together.
Okay.
It was during Jebby Prep, so it's like you're also there too. So I was like listening to certain songs or shows, and you're just like, oh, I don't know.
Yeah.
So I really wanted a strong, really well written show.
Mhm.
And Pam was really jonesing about like keeping Sondheim, which I love as well.
Mhm.
And I did Sweeney Todd in college. I
Who
was
were
in the
you?
I was the bird seller
Aw.
slash random other ensemble-y things.
Mm-hmm.
I think I sang the first line.
Mm.
I did not die because I had the kid.
Well
I also
done.
because I was in the third, but I was in that scene too.
Mm.
So I was sad I didn't get to go down the slide because like
Aw.
our version in college was literally like the
slide.
Broadway, like the
Oh
whole.
wow.
Wow.
I mean, that's what they did. Like I didn't realize that. That's how I learned musicals in college, and didn't really realize that you're not supposed to copy exactly what they do, but like that. But I mean, there's certain things, but I was like, it was very exactly what the original was. But yeah, no, I just thought it was a really strong show. I thought it would get a good group of talent out.
Mm-hmm.
I thought it was timely, like because it's still on Broadway now, and yeah, I thought it would be like a good seller.
Mm-hmm. You're gonna sell out for sure.
I hope so.
Is it? I mean, probably pretty close even at this point.
I think the first Saturday is like mostly sold.
Okay.
I think there's a few seats in the front row, but
Splash Zone.
Splash Zone. Don't make that feel like a thing. I guess you could be like, if someone's enunciating really well, someone could spit on you, I suppose.
Hey, that's live theater. That's that's a gift.
There's not a huge distance between actors and audience.
No.
Not at all.
No. It's a lot.
We're all together.
Yeah.
It's a lot.
So, but no, I just think it's a really strong show that hadn't been done for a few years. That would be fun to work on.
Little light-hearted.
Yeah.
That's actually not very me of all things. Like I normally I love Sweeney, but I'm normally
You like the happy.
I like happy shows.
Yeah.
I like Mamma Mia. She loves me. Things like that. And I'm like, this is totally not in my normal. So I've kind of been trying to embrace the darkness a little bit too, to be a little, at least the whole vibe of the show. Try and make it feel that a certain way. So
we talked in our own time about other songs in the show, but what is your favorite song from the show?
Oh man.
You have to choose children here. I know.
Yes, I think I probably have many favorites. I'm gonna pick one right now. I'm gonna say "Kiss Me" is just, I think.
That's the one by Sixpence None the Richer, right?
Yeah.
So kiss me.
I think it was in that.
Oh yeah.
She's All That movie.
Yeah.
Yeah. Where they took the glasses off her and then, oh my God, what a transformation.
Oh, you're the same person. Yeah. Sorry, I digress.
Yeah, no, I love the challenging patter. I think the lyrics are hilarious and genius, and I really hope the audience hears and understands them. There are certain bits, like the bit about the reticule, like
it's so hard.
It's like nobody knows what a reticule is.
What is a reticule?
It's like a handbag.
Yeah, like a little purse.
Yeah,
it's from her mommy.
That's ridiculous.
Right, and it's and I especially love, and Joby mentioned this too in Kiss Me Part 2, where it's the quartet with the judge and the beetle. I love it. It's great, and it's fun to perform. It's very it's very when it's done correctly and you hit it. It's very satisfying.
I like that.
Yeah.
Cheers.
I gotta go the same.
Same.
I love it. I also love City on Fire to listen to, and The Epiphany.
Okay.
The little Epiphany. Yes, I love it.
Epiphany is a good
So
one.
I know
It's
this
so
is
good.
really asking you to choose children, but not even specifically for this show. But what's your favorite song from the show in general?
Well, you mean like the one I've listened to the most that I like prepping would have been the Kiss Me Part 2.
Okay.
The one it's the four of them, and I said I like because it makes me think of it's your fault.
Yeah,
Like it has that kind of, but more.
Banter.
It's like that, but
A lot more.
One less person, but a lot more. And I just love hearing like how that overlaps when it's done really well, and it's four really great singers doing it now, and you're just like, oh, that's so cool. I like the Todd, da, da, da. Even like the little ones in there, like how. I don't know how Sondheim did it. Like you think about stuff like that, you're like, how did he even think to put this here and here?
He was a genius. I mean, there's no doubt about it. Like, yeah, he was pretty darn cool. Not that we knew each other very well, but
did you meet?
No.
Oh,
that's why we didn't know each other very well because we didn't meet. Had we met, we might have been fine.
Yeah.
But no, just not very well. Yeah. What's your favorite Sondheim show then? I know, choosing children. Your internal processor. Go ahead.
Sweeney Todd.
Sweeney Todd?
Sweeney Todd.
Really?
And then followed by Into the Woods.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, that's hard.
I know.
There's also Company. I'd probably say Sweeney.
Okay.
I love Into the Woods though.
All right.
But I also think it's has a little more of a challenge to it or something. I think that's, I don't know.
Gotcha.
I don't know, but I do love Into the Woods.
I do too.
It's so good.
So
But
many
my
good
other
songs.
one is I do like Merrily. I like Merrily quite a bit.
Yeah.
And
That's the backwards one.
Sunday in the Park.
A Little Night Music.
Merrily's the backwards one.
Backwards one.
Isn't that backwards? Don't they go backward? No, that's not that one.
That is that. Yeah.
My problem with Merrily, and I've grown to love it more.
Mhm.
I think in the beginning I was like, I have a hard time. This is like any kind of entertainment. If I had a hard time like rooting for people that didn't like each other and weren't good characters to see how they got that way. Like that was a little hard. I thought. So the first time I saw it, I had a hard time with that. And then the second time I knew that was coming. So then I was like, oh, okay. But that was my only. It's beautiful songs again.
I
and
think that's
there's a
more
lot of
so
great.
is the music.
Yeah, like the music's always great, but you're just like like the story where I'm like that's a tough one to go to like have the audience. It's a you're setting up for a challenge where you're like, this is not easy people to like root for to see how they got this way.
Yeah.
And I agree on the Sunday, but I'm partial to it because I was in it.
Yeah.
So I know so many
yeah.
people that are like, I don't get it. Like, what in the world is the second act? And I get it on what we did with it, and our production was pretty good too. So that made a difference. But I know that you could slaughter that show.
Oh yeah.
Absolutely slaughter it. I wouldn't want to direct that one.
No, I mean, I can't imagine like without having a good budget to do it either. Like that's one of those shows where you're like, it doesn't make.
You're gonna need a painting.
Yeah, like you have to have like that's the whole first act.
Yeah,
it's doing that. I mean, like I'm sure there's lower budgety ways with projections and things maybe that would work, but you still like to be like a really cool version. You'd be like, you'd want it to have like a vibe. And yeah, I can't.
No.
That's the nice thing. Like I will say, Sweeney is what makes it, I think, a really good show too. Is that like Nick said, it can be in a small venue, and I think the story still tells, and you don't have to be like, oh, they don't. You know, there's like not 2 floors to drop someone down, or, you know, that kind of thing. But you still have like there's still so much in the show that, and even the writer, like the play, I forget his name. I'm not gonna know that off the top of my head, but the
Hugh Wheeler.
Hugh Wheeler, yeah, who wrote the play, the initial. Like,
Oh, or the play or the book?
The book. That it was, but there was like a play that it was based off of
yeah.
too. And maybe that was who wrote it. But anyway, he talked about that, like, because he directed some of the early versions too of Sweeney, and he always liked it better in a small theater because he thought it kind of like highlighted the story a little bit more than the big spectacle.
Yeah. Well, it's creepy, being like you said, being trapped in a smaller space with that. So that'll be interesting.
They did it off Broadway in a pie shop a couple years ago. I wanted to see it so bad.
Wow. That'd be cool.
That'd be cool. Like anything that's small, like out of the...
Yeah. You should serve meat pies during the show.
We talked about it. I don't know if I can get...
Just make them.
Just do them.
You could pair with Johnny Bakes.
Well, we have someone making our Steve Munger is making the
scones,
the meat pies.
The meat pies.
Yeah, and
which will taste delicious if he's making.
Yeah, them. And so he makes scones usually, but he's been practicing those already, and he talked about that, like, oh, we could sell them at because they have like a snack stand or whatever.
Yeah.
Like,
it might be a little weird to eat a meat pie during a show. The wafting smell of beef just emanating through the
maybe
theater.
It's not beef.
You know, I wouldn't purchase one anyway. So because I don't eat meat.
That's true.
So
well, make it with Impossible.
Yeah.
Because I also don't eat meat.
Impossible pie.
Yeah,
Change the whole
that's
thing.
delicious.
Impossible meat pie.
Oh, not the one in the show, but obviously you could have like you could have vegetarian
veggie pies.
Veggie pies. Yeah.
Which totally defeats the purpose of a meat pie, but yeah.
But you could still feel like you're part of it.
Yeah, you're pieing it up.
If only there was ale too. Wouldn't that be great?
Just do waitress.
Oh.
Ginger ale.
Ginger ale.
I do like waitress.
I do like waitress.
Although it's a little like wrong of her doctor to have treated her like, you know, almost a little skeezy, but
he's hot.
Dr. Predator's hot, so it's fine.
That's all right.
Then it's okay. Gotcha.
You know, things happen.
Life is complicated.
It is.
Life is complicated.
We do.
That's true. Well, true.
Let's talk the movie version for a minute. I'm always curious because there are so many movie versions of musicals. In fact, I just watched Rock of Ages for the first time, which I was in last summer. Never saw it before then. And I turned it off after a half an hour because it was that bad.
And
it didn't give me any happy feelings about the show that we had done. It just was, terrible. Yeah. So, Sweeney, how do we feel about the Johnny Depp version, the Tim Burton? Any strong feelings there?
I've only seen it once, so I don't have a lot. And I didn't really watch it for this either because I didn't really want to. Because I didn't like the way it got rid of like so many of the side characters from what I remember. Like I remember like the bigger woman barely being in it, and like and was even like felt like everyone was, if you weren't Mrs. Lovett or Sweeney, you were barely featured in the show as well as like ensemble. So I didn't love that. Like I was like, there was so much of the richness of that show as the. I mean, Sweeney and Mrs. Lovett are great characters, and they have lots of great songs.
But it's not everything.
But it's like it helps balance, and I think the balance was very them. It was like their version with like other things. Well, that was my what I remember.
Interesting. Opinions?
I feel two ways about it.
Okay.
I don't like that they cut all those things. They cut a verse in Greenfinch. They cut the entirety of Kiss Me. They cut what, Miss or whatever.
And Ballad of Sweeney Todd.
Yeah, like all the ballads and everything. Oh, and I love those, and they're so good. But I really like the darkness of it. I will say that. I really do like that.
Cinematically, it was lovely.
Yes.
Yep.
Yes. And I really like, I was listening to it on the way to rehearsal the other day because I was like, oh, what does this sound like again? And Sweeney's little, like, first thing he says before he, like, walks off and goes to Fleet Street, like, there's a hole in the world or whatever. Johnny Depp like whispers it, and it sounds so creepy, and I actually like that.
Okay, all right, so some good choices.
But like, I miss all the other characters.
Yeah. I saw it a long time ago, and I've only seen it once, but I've seen clips since then. I didn't like hate it or love it. Like, like it. I think if you're comparing it to the original musical, and you're hoping for like a front to back full. Faithful adaptation, that's not what you're gonna get. Like as a standalone movie, like trying to separate it from what I know of the musical, I see why it would be entertaining, why it's good, and like so I think it has merit, but I also think it's almost hard to compare the two because
I agree.
That's a good statement. No, I agree with you fully on that one. I don't love it, but it's actually pretty good for what
like
it is.
It's entertaining. Like,
the part of me that's like, why didn't we use Broadway people? But if you're going to cut that much to Broadway out of it, then it was fine. What's the worst movie adaptation?
Ooh.
Oh, jeez. I have thoughts about the Into the Woods movie.
I do too.
Same.
Yeah.
I honestly don't know.
I'm struggling.
Where they took a good musical and made it bad. That's what I'm trying. I didn't see Dear Evan Hansen. I
didn't see it either
because everyone kept telling me how bad it was.
And
I loved that show when I saw it on Broadway. So I was like, I didn't want to have that ruined. So that might be one of my answers, but that's only because I bet I didn't see it to actually like say, because I was so scared for it to like. I was like, I don't want to see a bad version of the show.
I cannot speak to this because I also did not see this movie, but I've heard Cats is the worst.
I have heard. I did not.
Yeah, I mean, it summoned the COVID-19 pandemic.
It was the cause of it. Actually.
Was it really?
Yes.
Good thing.
I didn't know.
The butthole version or just the regular? You know about this, right?
I know about this. I didn't see I didn't see the butthole cut.
I don't think many did, but it's got.
Where the cats have buttholes.
That might have helped.
Well, they did.
It was really.
They went back and put them in.
I saw it. And I've seen Cats, and I don't love Cats as a musical. I
was in it.
I was about to say your experience with Cats.
I don't know. I had a lot of problems with the movie just because there was no like perspective of how big the cats were compared to like live stuff. And I said that was a bit. Anytime there's like a big like mess of something that way, where I'm like, that seems pretty basic. That we should establish how big these cats are. So like when they're dancing on a railroad track versus dancing in someone like a people house versus dancing, I was like, there was no consistency, and I thought that was really strange.
You have to just believe in the concept of people playing cats to make it work on stage.
Yeah,
I can't imagine on
suspension of disbelief.
Yeah, it just.
I guess there should have been like a cartoon movie or something.
Yes, I don't think overall it was terrible. But if Russell Crowe could have jumped from the beginning of the movie, that would have made me very.
I love Russell Crowe though.
Golly,
I didn't hate him in the movie.
I agree.
I did not like Amanda Seyfried. I thought she was the worst.
Yeah,
because her little like her. Yeah, I hate it. Every time she'd sing, I'd be like, oh my god. Like,
but I loved her in Mamma Mia.
But I loved her in Mamma Mia.
But
I think it's because they live sang. They live sang when they recorded Les Mis, and they got to like.
Edit
everything else, like, so then that's where you're like, well, Anne Hathaway like acted or overacted acted. I really thought she did a great job, but I love Mamma Mia.
I would say that's one of the best.
Really?
I really love them.
I don't love the show.
Oh, I do.
No.
Yeah, I love
it's
the
my
show.
senior show.
No. Are you a Mamma Mia fan?
I think it's fun. I enjoy it. I wouldn't say I'm like, I Japan.
It's a happy romp.
Yeah,
It's fun to do.
I'd see that.
Yeah, I would like that.
It's
I
nice
don't-
to have older roles too.
I think one of the things that works about Mamma Mia is that a lot of jukebox musicals don't necessarily like do right. Is that the concept of Mamma Mia is so absurd that only the high stakes ABBA music could like fit that.
True.
I agree.
Yeah. So I think it's a really good example of like a kind of story that works well for a jukebox musical.
You can go by Nick Van ABBA.
Nick Van ABBA, yeah, that's right.
Yes.
Well, they like force like anymore. Like so many jukebox musicals are like forcing, like it's forcing to try, and you're just like,
Yeah.
Just let it be.
I don't know. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's jukebox. Those are hard.
Yes.
Those are very hard.
That's why you say Saturday Night Fever was not like a good, I didn't think I mean I saw Anne Juliet and I didn't love it. Like it was like it was fine. Like it was good, but it wasn't like, oh my gosh. It's like to me like the excitement that people were having about it. I'm like, I don't know, like it didn't
Yeah.
it didn't get me the same, which I thought it would have. Cause I'm like, oh, I love all these songs already, and I'm like, that's my music style.
Yeah.
Case. I don't know. Like it was just like trying a little hard, but I don't know.
It happens. People enjoy it though.
That's where like Titanic was like my version of.
Yes.
That's my version of
that was
current,
jukebox musical.
That's jukebox done really well and smart now.
Yeah.
Well, isn't the Titanic is also like a larger than life kind of?
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, like
I think
it
I
has to like that's the.
It has the like.
I think I need larger than life. Like, and I remember liking Jersey Boys okay with, and I know that's more their story. That's a hard one too. I'm like when you're doing like a biopic with their music.
I liked Beautiful, but that's their story. So, but I like Carole King music a lot.
I like her music. Yes.
Yeah.
But I think like Mamma Mia, it's larger. The story's larger than life.
Like
what is happening?
Xanadu. To me, like that's why I think Xanadu's fun because I know that's not a jukebox musical, right? Or
It is.
Is it?
Well, it's all her music.
Is it?
She wrote it, didn't she?
Okay. I think that's a fun show, but that's also a big, crazy, larger than life.
Yeah.
I think I need my musicals to be like
insane.
Yeah. Either they need to be so well done as like a real thing, like a fun home, or like a feel like that's that, or they need to be big and bold, like crazy.
Yeah.
Entertain me.
Yeah. That's
Rock
why like
of
the old
Ages,
I
think was a good jukebox.
Yeah. I was surprised because I remember like I didn't think I was gonna be like loving it, but I really loved it. I thought that was really fun.
Golly. People got so drunk.
In the audience?
It was the one time that someone has ever yelled something to me on stage.
Sorry.
As I'm yelling at Nick. No, I know, right?
No,
I was yelling at Nick Harden, who played my son, and some woman in the back goes, "Bitch!" I was like,
"Dang!"
You're like, "Mom, what are you doing?"
Was that Jeff? What's with hecklers during the show? People did that during Into the Woods too.
Wasted. Yeah, they just have enough booze to do that.
That's true.
But they
did during Rent. There was when I saw Rent. There was someone.
I think it's the booze.
Yeah, because they don't mess around. I bartend there, and you don't make any drinks. You just you
sling.
You sell them, and then someone else puts them in the cup, and I'm like, boy, oh boy, they're like
they're strong.
They're strong.
And nobody, after having experienced the pandemic and all that, I think people in general care less about a lot of
Theater
things.
etiquette is
I don't have any data necessarily to back this up, but I think in a lot of ways people have thrown caution to the wind.
Yeah. They have. But also being in I have to record everything and I have to just use your eye holes and take it in and actually experience it. It's something that we don't do. And even I could say that honestly, even for me, that when is my phone not on me? Pretty rarely.
Yeah.
In fact, it's a safety and security thing. But like for 3 hours, hour and a half at least, till intermission, please don't make your shows longer than your first act.
Yeah.
Keep it short.
Well, our first act will definitely be longer than the second.
Yeah, but it's written. Yours is different. It's written that way. Some of them are not.
And it's tracked, so it can only be so fast.
We can only do so much.
Yeah,
tracks. That's hard.
It's hard. That makes a poor cast.
Even with Sondheim.
Sondheim on tracks, yeah.
I'm sorry.
Good on them though. They sound good so far. Although tonight's the first off book. Like anything.
This is what I'm hearing. I'm seeing a little nervousness happening.
Oh my god, I'm nervous for them. I'm like, that's a lot.
But you can call line.
Oh, for sure. And if something falls apart, we'll go back.
What are you gonna do? Get fired?
It also helps. I think it's good to get it out of your hands to know what you need to really work on and what you know and what you don't. Because then I think that just helps. Like, It was even like you had that one where you're like, I don't remember this scene. Like you forgot. Like,
Yeah.
like the one in he's Nick's like almost off book anyway, and so are you actually. Of all the ones you're getting, like the two I think that are
Good.
I don't have much to memorize.
So the rest of you schmucks,
Yeah.
what are you doing? Get off
you know who you are.
where you are now and go memorize those lines. Come on.
The only scene I didn't memorize was the one I forgot about.
Yeah.
So.
That's why I said it was funny. You had them all down, and you're like, oh yeah, I didn't even remember this
And
little
then
scene.
one line or 2 lines, I guess.
Yeah.
Meh.
I thought that was funny. It was cute. I told him I was like, it's actually charming to have him like know all these things, and all of a sudden you're like, oh, you didn't have. Yeah, there you had something.
That's what you
know.
should do is improv that scene.
Yeah.
So
Whistle.
every night have different lines.
Right.
That
Yeah.
you, what are the lines that come before yours? Do you know?
It's something about the judge telling me how terrible I am.
Oh, is it when
Yeah.
you're Joanne marry me Sunday?
Okay.
Yeah.
So what do you respond with?
Mr. Todd. That's it. That's the line.
So
that I didn't
come
remember.
up with something completely different. Pomegranate. Just try
that's
something
good.
different every night and see what comes
Say
out.
Krista Stoffer.
Yellow hair.
So there's too many syllables in that, but who would be close?
To Mr. Todd.
Mr. Todd. 1, 2, 3. Da da da. Who in your cast has
BB
3?
Bop.
BB Bop.
I love BB
Van
Bop.
Atta.
So
You just say Van Atta.
Just-
Van Atta.
I'm here.
Camera shy.
Vanetta.
Yeah. So just anything that you can come up with those 3
Do you
syllables.
guys get like corporate sponsors? Because if Baby Bop does, I mean,
BB Bop.
if they need a,
We love your bowls.
Sponsor us.
oh,
Love your
if,
purple
if,
rice.
if
I
you
do
need if
love
you need
some
someone
Baby Bop.
that
I am I self-appointed brand ambassador
For Baby Bop?
What's your
Baby Bop.
order? Come on.
Yeah, what is your
Oh,
order?
I mean, it depends. It depends
Oh,
on.
yeah.
Oh,
I
you
have multiple
change
bowls.
it?
Oh yeah, depending on. I have a lunch bowl, dinner bowl.
What?
I have like a lunch bowl. I have a pre-show bowl.
You are there a lot.
Yeah, I've converted a lot of people to living
it's
it.
really good.
Yeah,
It is very good.
I don't care for the potatoes, but I like them.
that's
Okay.
that's great.
I
I mean,
love the potatoes.
if you- yeah, if you ever need help or know
Yeah.
somebody needs help
Okay.
finding the perfect bowl, I will be happy to do that.
Go ahead and turn to the camera. Just let them know.
Yeah, if there's 2 cameras. Oh my gosh.
Which one?
If you need any help selecting the right BB Bop bowl for you, let me know.
Brand name right. All right.
Yeah.
It's like when you were like guessing our Chipotle orders in the green room.
Yes, which I actually did pretty well
You did
with.
very good.
I don't know why I did, but it's
We
not
were
a
all dead.
skill.
What did you?
Yeah, we were all dead. There was
We had
literally nothing else
we
to
had a kill
do.
time.
So, okay, so you are a Bibby Bop knowledgeable person. So
Yes.
I'm going to challenge you.
Okay.
What's Maddie's Bibby Bop order?
Oh, I mean,
Start with the base. What's the base?
purple rice.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay.
I like the noodles too.
Yeah, I
Do
also
better.
I love
Yes.
the noodles. But purple rice. I don't. This is not in my area of expertise. Guessing bowls is not.
Oh
is
no,
not
it's
the
good. I want to
expertise.
see.
Okay,
I want to
but
see
all
you
right.
struggle. I made
Um,
Jed struggle. You
Do
gotta
you
do
like?
This is your
Do you
improv.
like the spicy chicken?
I do tofu.
Okay, I do tofu too. That's excellent.
Yes, I'm not a big meat eater
Okay,
either.
great.
Okay.
Um,
This is why you pair them up as the
That's fun.
yeah.
I love tofu.
You like potatoes. You get you get the
Yes.
potatoes. Do you get the black beans?
I do.
Okay,
Oh,
that's
see?
it for the hot toppings.
Hot
I like how he knows. I'm
Yeah.
like, I don't know. You know?
Okay. I'm guessing you get corn and
Yes.
carrot.
Yes, I get both.
Okay. Do you?
I'm impressed.
Yeah. And then,
Ooh, the sauces.
I mean, I
there's
promised to
more.
marry him before I knew his name, so like,
Yeah.
you know,
Yeah.
we're getting to know each other. Yeah.
What have I missed out of not? Don't do the sauces yet. Have I missed any of the cold or hot toppings?
Cheese.
I don't do cheese.
You don't do cheese.
Your egg.
Sometimes, but I do.
They have like cabbage.
lettuce.
Kale.
Um,
Broccoli.
Or did they stop doing lettuce?
they do lettuce at the beginning. It's what the
Oh.
base is.
I haven't been in quite some time.
That's okay.
I know. I'm sorry.
You need to go on a baby
Yeah.
bop.
like
Sorry.
before we
Yep.
before rehearsal.
It's one of my preferred pre-show foods.
Really?
It's
It's nice
good.
and light.
Yeah.
Oh, I do the sprouts too.
Yes. Okay. Cool.
Yes.
I don't know many people who like the sprouts, but I love the sprouts.
They're
love
good
the
for
sprouts.
you.
I love the sprouts.
Okay,
so much.
what sauce do I get?
Mm.
It's not what you think it is.
Okay. Is it the gochujang?
No.
I don't even know
I'm just saying it like it's not yum yum sauce.
Okay. Teriyaki.
I do like the ginger sesame or
Ses-
whatever.
sesame ginger,
Yes.
yep.
Mm.
And then I get a side of miso soup.
I
Love the miso.
And sometimes I get the kimchi.
Okay.
Yes.
Or do you go there often enough?
Mhm.
All right. Next.
Oh my gosh. Okay. You like purple rice.
For sure.
Of course. Yeah, it's a
100%.
classic.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Do you get the steak as your protein?
No.
Chicken?
Chicken.
Okay.
Spicy?
Chicken or spicy? Regular or
Regular,
spicy?
regular.
Okay. That was my next guess.
Yeah.
Regular. Okay. You don't like the potatoes. You already admitted
I admit
that.
that. I admit it.
Okay.
I don't do potatoes.
Yeah. Do you get black beans?
I don't.
Okay.
He's gaining confidence.
Okay. Egg,
Yes.
cheese.
No.
Okay.
Which is that is a weird one. Normally I would be
Yeah,
very
you
cheese,
used to.
but I actually
Yeah.
don't forget the sprouts though. That's what I'm
Yes.
saying.
Oh, okay. You'd like.
I like,
pasta?
and I get extra sprouts.
Wow. Okay.
I love it
See?
so much.
Yeah.
Health.
Carrot and corn.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Cucumbers.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I get cucumbers too. I'm sorry, I forgot.
That's okay.
Mm.
Yeah. I just want to be clear that guessing bowls is nothing I've ever claimed.
It's not like your special skills?
Yeah.
You're doing quite well.
Yeah, you are
though,
doing really
honestly.
well. All of
Okay.
The
this,
fact that
It's
you
impressive.
remember all of the toppings
Oh,
in itself.
Every single one of them. Yeah.
Really?
Mhm.
You
And-
mix it up that much, don't you?
Yes, and let me just before I'll finish
You're good.
this.
Sorry.
But
sorry.
the
sorry.
broccoli is incredible.
Oh, I get that every time.
And it used to be a premium topping.
oh, they took it off premium.
It's not
No,
premium
it's
anymore.
regular.
Oh,
Yeah, just ask for. They don't give you a lot, but just ask for extra.
okay.
Mhm.
Yeah. Sauce. Okay, what am I missing out of the cold toppings for you? Do
I
you get
basically
cabbage
do
too?
yes, I do every cold topping except for cheese.
Interesting.
Like I go through the whole there's normally 6 or so, 8 maybe.
Probably like more than
Normally 8 or I don't know. Like I don't normally get the one that you pay extra for.
which is
that.
pineapple right
Which is
now.
pineapple, which I wouldn't. Which is I like pineapple, but I
I
just
love
don't normally.
Yeah.
I would, but I'll do
Currently
all
until
of
August
the,
20.
You know, do they still do the kale?
Hmm?
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
I get that too.
Yeah, I get
Yeah.
kale.
I'm forgetting my own order.
Yeah, like I get like all of because sometimes they'll switch, but I've had
Yeah.
it's kale, cucumber.
Hmm.
I don't know. I just am always like everything but the cheese in this chunk. So-
Interesting.
Cheese is not my friend.
And I like cheese, but
Yeah.
I
Not
just
on there.
I don't know. Like for some reason, I like it to have it. The makes me feel like it's lighter. I suppose.
Mhm.
And then and then egg. Like you already said that.
Yeah.
But I only put one sauce on usually. So
Mm.
Teriyaki.
Mhm.
Yes.
Nicely done.
that is mine.
Yeah.
Mine's weird. I'm not
I
gonna.
don't mind like I've tried this. Isn't there a sriracha one too? I've tried.
I put sriracha on the side.
Yeah, they
I go
have-
to the.
There's a sauce, a spicy sauce.
They have their own sriracha.
Mhm.
And, in most of the stores also have the I don't even know the brand, but
The red and green bottle.
Oh,
Yeah, yeah.
It's
the
one of. I
classic.
think it's their own. Like I've gotten a side of their whatever their
Spicy sriracha.
Well, they have
Spicy
multiple
sriracha.
spices. So the spicy sriracha, and then there's like
Well, they're
there's like a thicker Korean red. Spicy
No,
spicy
okay.
sauce.
I haven't tried
Yeah.
that. I've tried the spicy sriracha.
Mhm.
Sometimes I've randomly gotten a side of that if I'm
Interesting.
back when you could do especially when you could serve yourself and get
Yeah.
side sauces, but mostly because one we tend to go to now is Easton, and then you have to ask for all the sauces
Yeah.
and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, and they're in little baggies
The
now.
baggies.
Yeah.
COVID baggies.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Well done.
Yeah.
That was impressive.
I
Yeah.
honestly, what I've learned about you today, I don't think you need to learn how to whistle. I think you have special skills already in different places that you may not have the capacity.
We don't want you to
to
lose
take-
any of that
I know,
German.
yeah, like
I can't take anything else on.
I
There's
don't
almost so much room in the
there's
brain.
well, first off, you need to be off book. That's
Yeah.
that's a given,
Yes.
right?
So,
It's true.
Mr. Todd.
But
Mr. Todd.
getting back to German and working on that and knowing people's orders, like
Yeah.
that's kind of a big deal. It's
Yeah.
a skill.
Gotta say.
We
if
expect
you get a
you
job
know.
there, it's just like I know what you want already.
Right, like,
Let me get
Yeah.
your goal.
Right.
You need to show to tech with everyone's orders.
Okay.
Wow.
Yes.
That's expensive.
It would be very expensive.
That is true.
I mean, delicious.
And very nutritious.
And
That's
yes,
true.
That's true. That's true. We
Bean sprouts.
Oh, so
for the
good.
most part.
They're so good.
I'm all spicy. That will help you on there.
Yeah?
So that's where I am with that.
Oh, you want me to guess you?
That's where the
No.
toots come.
Okay.
That's where the farts come from. Right?
It really is. Honestly, I think that's a big part of it. We went to a vegan restaurant yesterday. And I don't know what I ate, but poof,
What
It'll get ya.
restaurant?
it did get me. 4th and State.
Oh, I've always wanted
It
to
was
try that place.
delicious,
I've
but
never been
something in my belly was like, I'm
Yeah.
sorry,
It's like-
no. Didn't work so well. Anyway, with that farting knowledge, when give me the run of the show. When do we open?
We open on September 8th and run through the 24th.
September 8th through the 24th at
Curtain Players up in Galena, technically.
Yeah, and people can get tickets online.
Online. And there's actually a preview on a Pay What You Want preview on the 7th.
Okay,
Like a final dress Pay What You Want preview.
very good, very good. Okay, I'm excited for you guys.
Yeah.
It'll be fun. It should be
I
fun.
got a ticket. I don't remember when, but I'm gonna come see it.
Nice.
Yeah. I forgot when.
Are you the Jebby stand-in? Are you the
Oh,
like
you have to
Oh, I
do-
could be.
you have to
proxy
respond.
awards?
You know, proxy.
I don't know. If I'm done sweeping the stage, in my Carol Burnett outfit before then, maybe.
I don't
but
know. Are you in the splash zone?
I would totally be in. I have this bad habit lately of sitting in the front row, and it has proved nothing but really embarrassing for me because people are just staring at me, and I'm like, oh, I should have sat here. So anyway, don't sit in the front row. Sit in the splash zone. That's where it really matters.
I mean, you're pretty much in the front row anywhere you sit.
Yeah.
That's
So there's
true.
like 6 rows, I think.
Yeah. Actually, I think I'm in the second row for this one. So I'll be able to sneak out and sweep the stage and then get back without making a big deal, you know?
Yeah, mhm.
So thank you guys so much.
Yeah.
Thanks for
Can't wait.
having
Thanks for having
us.
Boxland Media. Think big.